Hi guys, welcome to a brand new discussion. As you can see, I'm actually in costume for this episode, so um,
Oh, can you take a guess what he can be?
I don't know. Do I look like a dog? Do
I think you look more like a fish.
I
You
mean,
got little fish fins on the side of your head.
I mean, I don't know if you're technically right
Maybe
on that,
maybe
but
uh, maybe like a parrotfish. I don't know.
a parrotfish.
I don't know. That's a thing. I
I,
think.
I mean, yeah, depending. So, yeah, obviously for you guys, if you can't tell, we're talking about like animals today. Specifically, we're gonna be talking about pets.
Yes.
For those of you who aren't we're still curious about who I am. I'm actually dressed up as my pet parakeet, Buddy Boy, or is the term as they call it, a budgie. So I'm a
A
budgie today,
budgie.
budgie, or Buddy the budgie over there, right behind where Caspen is. But I don't know if you could see him on camera, but he's right there too. He's just chilling for the entire time. I think,
He's like right where he can hide, just behind me. Right.
yeah,
He
he's just
doesn't
super
want to
quiet.
show himself.
Yeah. It's okay, yeah, and I'm pretty sure like if you guys have seen my TikTok, you definitely see me dressed up in this I think twice already. So this is my third
Really?
time on camera like this. Yeah, back when my cringe TikTok phase was there, and then this was like surprisingly like this outfit of mine has like one of my most popular views on my TikTok at all things.
Interesting.
It's ridiculous, but it's
So
funny.
we got one bird, two birds, a third buddy up there, and then we have a fourth one, which is I brought my bird.
Takane
For
Louie.
those that don't know, she is a
Technically, she does count as a bird, so
she is a falcon
yeah,
or hawk.
hawk, yeah.
Hawk. No, she's a pink flamingo.
So we're doing like a little bit of a holatory thing. Well, no, actually,
No,
she's the only one, and then more like
there's
parakeets.
another bird down there.
Yeah, peafowl right there with
No, I'm
Megan.
talking about that one down next to Barney,
Oh, right down there.
the
Yeah,
other parrot.
yeah, macaw. Yeah, right there. And then I
Macaw.
have an owl, and then if you count Piplup as a bird down there.
Yeah.
And then I
Anyways,
thought you referred to Rainy too, because she's Lily right there.
yeah. Anyways, yes, we're talking about pets. I'm sure almost everyone, not everyone, but almost everyone had a
At least
pet.
one pet in their lives, right?
Yes.
Even if it's just like as tiny as a fish or
Be
as
a
big as
fish.
like a really big
Like
dog.
one of the goldfish that you win at those festivals, or
Yes. And they only last for like what 3 weeks and then they die.
oh, I don't know that. I don't know.
I don't know. For me, I had a few in the past. Maybe I'll discuss that later on. But yeah, today we're gonna be focusing on like our own experiences when it comes to like owning pets. Like me
Yes.
specifically, I'm gonna be talking about more about Buddy Boy, and then like
He surely had more pets than me, I would
yeah.
say.
Well, if you're talking about me, so in the past I own wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe Buddy is the seventh pet bird that me and my family had, and when it comes to owning birds in general, I'm the one that's mostly taking care of them in the house, anyways. Otherwise, my family used to own fish as well. We currently have a an angelfish also in the family room upstairs. Again, for those of you who see my TikTok, you definitely know in the background. Otherwise, if not, we used to have like more fish too, but they all sadly passed away. So,
I wonder why.
yeah. And then now we have two small mini Bernie doodles who are not even a year old, and they're still growing up as cute little puppies. So,
They surprisingly got big. Like they're like really small and like tiny. Now
they're big, yeah. They're like okay. So when Caspian like saw Kuma the first time, we literally brought our my original pet puppy home day one. This is when Caspian saw him when he was, I believe, only 5 weeks old, or like 5 or 8 weeks old, and he was only this small. Now, if we like place him on the table here, he's like this big.
it's like massive.
Yeah, and if you're wondering why I said two earlier, is because literally the week after we adopted the first puppy, we adopted his sister. So now we have two of them, and
They've
there's
gotten quite big in the last few months.
yeah, surprisingly. But hey, that's how it goes. So I'm a little terrified because you could be even bigger too. And then me and my family just wanted to keep them the way it
They're
is.
supposed to be mini bird. What is it? Mini Bernie
Mini
doodles.
Bernie Doodles, yeah.
Bernie doodles.
So half poodle and then half
Bernie.
Bernese Mountain Dog.
They're half Bernies from Sesame Streets.
But yeah, so that's like all the pets that I had in the past. How
Right.
about you?
Uh, let's see. So, I'd say back when I was a lot younger of a child, we had it was me and my two brothers. We had a total of three hamsters.
Three.
Three hamsters. One was named my older brother named one Yoshi. I named one I think it was Dave or David,
Hmm.
and then the other hamster I don't remember at all. But yeah, anyways, we had them for about, I believe at least, well, I don't know if like for a year, but like we had them for quite some time.
Hmm.
However, each one like
Sadly passed away
sadly
too.
passed away.
Oh,
One of them is still questionable, I would say.
questionable.
Yes.
Wait, what makes it questionable? If I don't mind
I
asking.
believe because back then we kept saying like, oh, because my younger brother, the way that one of the hamsters passed away is because my little brother, he manhandled or something,
Oh, so basically like holding them super tight
something
and
like that.
oh
Although
yeah.
technically by now I'm assuming that it wasn't my brother's fault for that. It was more like it's probably with the other hamsters, like
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that
most
makes sense.
likely
Like if it's
that
like stress or whatsoever,
it's
yeah,
like
that makes sense.
yeah, just rough housing too much. That's pretty much what happened there back then.
Gotcha.
Anyways, there's that one. That was pretty much my little brother's. One of the hamsters, or no, both hamsters pretty much escaped out of the cage. One of them was found in a box that was box full of cables.
Oh
So you could see where that
jeez.
happened.
Oh
And
jeez.
then the other one, I believe it had to do with like somehow escaped the apartment and like ran out,
Really?
yeah, made a run for it and was
Wow.
found, I believe, in a parking lot. I think,
What?
I
That's
something like
incredible.
that.
That's
I
actually
mean, it
incredible.
wasn't too far, but it was like the parking lot of the apartment that we had the hamsters in. But yeah, each one went out their own way. And then
Wow.
funny thing is, to me, my older brother, he would always assume like, oh, this hamster was mine. Well, other not the questioned one, but the hamster that was inside the box cables was like, oh, that was mine. And then the last hamster that escaped, it was like, no, that one was mine. It was like, what the heck? You don't even know which hamster was yours.
Like, is there a difference between the three hamsters?
From what I remember, they all pretty much look the same.
That's what I would be assuming
But
too.
yeah,
But like, I feel like it had to do like body size or whatsoever.
so yeah,
Like, could you tell which one's like male and which one's female?
no, they're all male. They're all
Okay.
male. But yeah, that's how I had three hamsters back then. I believe around the age of maybe 7, 8, somewhere around there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I had three hamsters back then. And then growing up around like I'd say around 12 to a certain age, I had a dog. It was more like it was pretty much my mom's.
Mm-hmm.
But then I remember pretty much growing up with it, so I consider her as my dog as well. Her name was Biscuit.
Oh,
I don't remember what breed she was. She was one of the smaller dogs. Her fur was I believe it was white, mostly white. Well,
wait, is it like a Shar or like what's it called? Bichon Frise?
I have no idea what you're saying.
They're like curly dogs, like
They,
sort of
they,
like Kuma and Maya upstairs. Those are the name of my dogs, by the way.
her tail was like curled,
Okay,
and she was fluffy, so she was fluffy in a way.
gotcha.
It's like she wasn't a Chihuahua, of course not.
I joked
Those
about that with
rascals.
Caspen earlier.
Yeah, but oh shoot, I do remember one time asking my mom what kind of breed it was. I don't remember. That was back in 2021.
Oh,
Ooh. Hmm.
I mean, if you don't remember, all we know is like it's a white dog. It's
Anyways,
small,
it
and
was small, it was fluffy with a curled tail, and pretty much like it was more. Well, of course, at the beginning they're like not trained to like I don't
yeah,
know
obviously, like
potty trained and all that, but then she learned quickly. So it was like she was more behaved. Whenever she needed to go to the bathroom, it was like she would come to me or one go up to someone and was like, oh God, just stare at them like I gotta go. I was like, oh
gotcha,
okay, either that or I'll just like bark and wait near the door. So
got it. Oh,
uh,
that's interesting.
she was a well trained dog, and I'm not gonna lie, there was probably one time where I wasn't. Well, I didn't do mean things to her, but I wasn't like all that nice. But then it's gotten to the point where, of course, I treated it more kindly and respectfully. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't abuse the
yeah,
dog.
I was gonna say,
I
were
did
there
not
like,
abuse the dog. I just like I was like, stay away, dog, and like didn't get
yeah, I,
close
I
to
was
it.
gonna say, was it like to the point where like the dog started to irritate you, for like
I
doing
don't
something that
know.
it shouldn't be doing?
I was still dumb. I was still dumb during that. Or okay, I can't. I don't know what to say about that.
I
I
mean, I
wasn't.
guess it could like
I didn't like think too much of it.
no, I think it
I
sort
was
of makes sense, like because it's the same with me right now with Kuma and Maya too, because they're still puppies, and I'm still trying to like make sure that I'm trying to discipline them, but at the same time too, in a way that makes them understand, but at the same time, I'm not harming them, if that makes sense. So,
It was more like I just stayed away from the dog at like it wasn't like for a long time. It was like for a certain amount of time, and then I just got used to it. So it was like okay,
okay, okay, I guess that makes sense then.
yes. Anyways, yes, Biscuit, the fluffy dog.
Fluffy
She,
dog,
she was like would you say one of the more active ones? Maybe.
an active puppy.
Yeah, like it was like going around, if she sees if like someone knocks on the door or like sees someone out the window,
Or
she
she'll
would
actually like
bark.
run out to the door, or
Well, it's like if someone knocks, she literally gets up and like start run to the door and like starts barking like ah.
oh yeah, that's my dogs. Literally, they did the
And
same
looking
thing
out
with
the
him.
window,
Yeah,
see some like
yeah.
a person walking, she would most likely bark.
It's
But
it's literally the same thing with my dogs. Like
I
even
mean, I'm
earlier
pretty sure
today.
almost all dogs are like that,
Yeah,
but
yeah, exactly. Because literally the same thing happened earlier today when you came to the door, and then when I opened it, the other two dogs
yeah.
came rushing out of their crates and were like barking at you, like waiting for you to come inside.
It's like, I mean, it has been weeks since I last saw him, so
Exactly. So, and man, they changed.
yes. Anyways, how I had Biscuit for like quite a while. But then of course it came to an end. I will say she did not pass away by age. It was more like
Oh,
one of my other younger siblings left the gate open, and
oh
she went through the
no.
back, like because she would usually go in the back to like do her business and all that.
Yeah. Oh,
They
Tony.
left the gate open, and so she ran out. And I will say, there was a vehicle involved. So
Ah, no. Oh my gosh, those are the saddest.
it was, and this was at the time when I was visiting my mother. So it was like,
Oh.
it's
Also, you actually
I
like.
came when it was the time to visit my mother and all
Oh.
that. That's when I found out that Biscuit was passed away, and it was like, oh man, my gosh, you
Oh.
guys left the gate open. Why?
That's so sad because like I can recall the same thing happening with two of our other brethren at our church because legit the same thing happened to their dogs as well.
Which wait, the brethren like they're still
Like they,
which
legit
brethren?
they have their dogs and basically they either something happened to them, or their dog specifically. They ended up being like loose from their leash or whatsoever. They ran to the street, and then let's just say a vehicle came by.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
of course, whenever they run to the street, you can
yeah,
take a guess what happened.
exactly.
So,
Yeah, it happened to two other brethren too. So surprisingly, like
like
I'll let you know.
recent or like back then?
Yeah, well, actually, one of them happened. I wouldn't say recently, but like last year.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, I think both of them happened last year too. I'll let you know about that more. I don't want to give them away on camera.
Anyways, moving on from that. So yeah, I had a hamster, I had a dog. I don't remember if I had fish, like goldfish kind.
Gotcha.
Maybe I had, maybe not. It was like for a short time that we had some or like had fish.
Hmm.
Maybe, I don't remember. I think so. Huh.
It's been a while, huh?
It's been too long.
Because
I was very young, so I don't even remember.
it makes sense too. Because for me, when I was super young, my family also used to have like exotic pet fish too. They had like
Like what?
a gourami fish. They had like
Didn't it have like piranha or something?
no, no.
No?
Surprisingly, I felt like they would though because my parents knew how to raise those fish.
The fish you have now, like,
An angelfish. That one's still technically exotic. It's not like from like the
I
sea
know.
waters or whatsoever,
Of
but
course, of course,
but yeah. Well, actually, in the past, they're all still freshwater fish. So,
of course.
but like yeah, my parents like had them for like a really long time. Even when we like try to like move it from like one house to or one spot to another, they were all like really good together in a community, and they weren't even like the same exact breed of fish. They were all different. And they all were able to like have their own space in the tank. They were all able to play together, and they were all able to like like spend time with each other without like trying to like hurt each other inside the tank or whatsoever. So
Let's see.
it's interesting because like when me and my family did it recently, like I think this was after the pandemic or like during the pandemic, I should say, when we tried to get more exotic fish or exotic like fish in general for our tank upstairs.
Interesting.
We try to get like different types to see if they'll get along too. Literally less than a week.
Oh god.
Yeah, three-fourths
think
of them.
yeah.
Three-fourths of them already gone.
I wonder which fish could have done it.
Yeah,
It's like Among Us. There's like one fish
exactly.
drops,
And I'm surprised the one that's left standing is the oldest one too.
and the one that caused it all.
Yep, she's the one upstairs. I call her Sunshine because she's yellow. So
Sunshine, I see. Okay. You said this is your seventh bird, right?
sixth or seventh,
Six.
yeah. Yeah,
Six
buddy
or
boy,
seven.
yeah.
Oh, were all your previous birds the same?
If you're talking about color, no. So
Just overall.
yes. They're all basically the same breed.
They're
so
the same breed,
budgies,
different
yeah.
colors.
Yeah,
Were they
they're all male.
They were all male.
Yeah.
You sexist.
No, it's funny too because like me in fifth grade when I used to have two of them, I named one of them Thomas. Without knowing the other one was a male, I named
Oh,
it
no.
Emily.
Oh gosh.
Because if I knew it
I
was
mean, in some ways, Emily could.
no, because if I knew that was
Yeah,
actually a
we've been
male, I would have named him Edward instead.
I mean, Okay.
For those of you who know Thomas and Friends, you know the reason why. So
there's a train named Emily.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
So yeah,
Was there like a difference between these birds you had?
surprisingly, yes, because each bird has like a different personality, and depending on how active the bird is,
One was a tsundere.
yeah.
One was a tsundere. I see.
Okay,
Different
so
personalities.
I want to compare Buddy to like one of my past birds to Thomas because he was actually a really active bird, just like Buddy. So Thomas was a blue parakeet. So basically like the same design as Buddy, only
Are
except
you trying to collect all the rainbow?
pretty
rainbow
much,
birds?
yeah. So Buddy was blue. He has like the same black feather design in the back, and then his head design is actually white. So blue and white, and he was actually like one of my more active birds because he likes to fly around and stuff. But he's also a really playful bird. But the difference between him and Buddy is that Buddy actually likes to hang on like really high places. So if he were to fly around the room right now, he would actually go on top of the shelves right
Likes
here.
to look down on things.
Yeah, exactly. He'd rather be on high stuff. But for Thomas, he'll actually be flying everywhere. He'll go on like on top of like the high stuff. He'll actually like go on the floor and he'll start walking and running around.
It's like when children are they release the children. They're just
Yeah, exactly.
They're just everywhere. It's like
That's basically him. So like if I let him loose outside of his cage, he will legit just do anything he wants to.
was he like trained? Was he behaving?
He was, but at the same time too, he was
No.
also like one of those birds that will
Freedom.
misbehave from time to time. Like the way how I try to catch his attention is that I'll literally have like a little plate full of his seeds and I'll try to like feed it to him wherever he was at. And then if he was super behaved, I will actually put like all the birdseeds in my hand and I'll let him go ahead and try to eat from my hand. Yeah.
Lure them in with treats.
Yeah, that's what I try to do with Thomas. Surprisingly, Buddy Boy doesn't do that because like every time he sees me doing that, he'll fly away.
He knows. He's
Yeah.
not following. He's not following like his
Yeah.
predecessor.
Yeah. Another funny difference that I have between him and Thomas is that Thomas actually likes to take baths every time I'm with him.
This bird is a
No,
dirty,
this bird doesn't.
This bird is a dirty one.
No, so the thing what I'll do whenever I'm with Thomas back in the day, especially back in my old house, was that I bring him to the bathroom with me, and this was when the cage was like really small, so I'll actually like fit him on the sink beside on the top or on top of the sink, and then beside it is just a bowl basin, right? And then what I would do is that leave the water on warm and then stick my hands underneath. And then I know when Thomas is ready, he'll actually like come out of his cage and then like look at my hands for a second and see the water, and he'll actually go down and start playing in the water. Like
see.
he'll dip inside, he'll actually like shower, he'll drink the water, he'll play around, splash around, and then when he's done, he flies around for a second and just like shakes his feathers off like what a dog would do. This one, on the other hand, when I tried doing it the first time, I stuck my hand underneath the water, and instead of him splashing around going in it, he actually just drank out of it. Like he just thought my hand was just like there for him to just drink water from, and then that's it. He just flew away after that.
I mean, some things drink their own water, bath water.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of them, so. I mean, Thomas too, but he mostly likes to bathe in it.
It's
So.
like you did that, and Buddy never like when he just like bows his head just to drink.
Yeah, he's more of like the curious type. Thomas is more of like, he'll actually like go for it. He's like the
see.
more adventurous bird.
He's more daring.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so that is some of our pets. What do you think about cats though?
Actually, I was sort of like on the fence too, because originally I wanted to tell my family that if we weren't to have a dog, I'd actually want to own a cat.
I mean, like, like, question: Are you a dog person or are you a
Well,
cat
obviously,
person?
yeah, I'm
are
a
you
dog
more-
person. Well, the thing that got me about being a quote unquote cat person is that I don't know if you guys know Necopara.
those
Chocolate and vanilla, yeah, up there. So on my
those
case,
tiny figurines.
yeah. So Vanilla's up here on the top left portion. She's the one with the white
One
hair.
One of his cats, those cat maids, he
Yeah.
didn't know that they were missing arms.
Yeah. I didn't know that until until he told me about that recently. It was really funny. And then Chocolate on the other side, on the top right. She's on the very far left. I don't know if she's seen on camera, but
Maybe not.
yeah. Otherwise, if not, like if you guys know the visual novel Necopara or Chocolate Vanilla in
Is
general.
that the only reason why you wanted a cat?
No, because
You
like
hoping they would turn into a cat.
no, it's funny too because there is a stray cat that usually comes to our house from time to time in the back, especially to seek shelter or food.
Really?
And
And your parents would like feed them?
no. We usually like leave it a bowl of like food, like cat food outside, and then the stray cat will just come in and just eat it. And then I told my mom, if this cat keeps coming back every time we feed,
adopt it?
yeah, I was like, can we adopt it?
It could
And
be
then like
another-
my mom was like, no, we can't because like.
could be a neighbor's cat. that
No,
just
because
wanders
it's
around.
a stray cat because there's not like a collar to it, and basically like the thing is like everyone else around the neighborhood knows about the cat, but they know that it doesn't belong to an owner
It's a
because like no one's been like
neighborhood
calling for it. So
I see.
yeah,
I
so I was like asking my mom if we could adopt
Can we
it.
take this cat? No.
Yeah.
We don't know where this cat's been.
Yeah, because like every time when it rains or like anytime the cat
Do
is
you know? Do you
hungry,
know if it's like a boy or girl?
I think it's a girl.
Maybe.
Yeah, because the cat will come inside, and well, not inside the house, but like the area where
It's
it's
like
like connect,
one. Yeah.
like so like for those the my layout of the house is that like so from the kitchen there's an outside area that doesn't lead to the actual outside backyard, but I forgot what that room is called. So basically it's like
Porch.
a,
Porch.
a porch.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's not a, I wouldn't say it's like a porch.
It's like you got. Wait.
It's like
that part that's like on the other side of the garage.
yeah, I
So
call
you
it
got
the
the
outs
garage, and then you got.
I call it the outdoor family room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it
that's
also
better.
has like a back garage that you could open so you could access the backyard. So, whenever me and my family would leave that open, especially during the hot days or like when it's raining, the cat would come inside and like
Does the
dry.
cats still come around?
Sadly, not nowadays because like when winter came in, the cat stopped showing up. It was only like when it was raining or when it's like, or when the cat was hungry. But during the winter times, no, we didn't see the cat anymore. So,
See.
and it's funny too because a couple months after we saw the cat, my parents decided to adopt a
Do
puppy.
you
So
know what kind of cat it was?
it was a black cat.
Like,
I don't know.
Had patterns or
No patterns. It was just straight up black. Yeah, it's one of those cats.
Okay.
It looked like an adult cat too. So, I think the other concern that my family also didn't want, or specifically my mom didn't want to adopt it.
Allergies.
And not because of allergies, it's because of him, buddy
yeah.
boy.
Flying food.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how the dogs see Buddy now is flying food. I keep
Really?
telling them not to. Yeah, because like from time to time, every time I have like Buddy, whether if he's like on my finger, on my leg, or whatsoever, and then I'd be sitting on the couch, right, and on the other side is one of the dogs. Anytime they see him,
Watching.
yeah, they're just curious and they just like
Staring
look
at
at
him.
him. But like from time to time, they'll actually snap at Buddy, and then I'm like, no, 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 Buddy's not food. I always keep telling them that, but
They just want to nibble, a taste, a nibble.
exactly. But at least the good thing about it too is that since they're still puppies, I can still train them to make sure that they're not attacking Buddy.
I see.
And then one time, this is the first time I've seen this happen, but literally just a couple days ago, Buddy literally went out of his cage, right? And I was like playing like Hollow Cure or something, and then he flew to the fish tank, and then I thought he was gonna fly back onto his cage, but no, he decides to fly where the puppies are on the floor.
Oh, he's trying.
Yeah, when they're playing with their bones and stuff. And then after I think it was Kuma, got up, he flew back onto the cage while Kuma was just staring at Buddy. It was really funny. At the same time, too, I got scared for my life.
I see. It could have happened. The intrusive thoughts could have happened.
Yeah, it's okay. But nah, he's fine and healthy as he could always be.
I see.
Yeah. And surprisingly, like I said before, he's the longest living bird that I have. The second one that was closest is Thomas, but he lived 6 years. So.
This recent bird, Buddy, broke the record.
Yes, he's approaching his 9th year in April, and he's reaching his.
Do
capacity.
birds have like a? Do these pet birds have like something similar to they have dog ears?
Oh, when it comes to like hearing and stuff.
Age.
Oh, age, yes. So when it comes to life expectancy of a parakeet, it's between 8 to 10 years, depending on how well you raise it. Obviously.
I mean, like, you know how dog ears, it's like 7
Oh
years.
no
of a
no no
human.
no! Birds, I don't think they do that type of thing. Yeah, I didn't realize that. No, for birds, I think it's just I just count regular human years for Buddy. So, like I said, April 15th, that's when he'll be turning 9.
I see.
And that would be interesting too. Like I said too, he's reaching his life capacity, so or life expectancy, I should say. And then, well, depending too, because like I said before, depending on how well you raise the bird, I know there's this one person that I've researched about owning a pet parakeet himself, and his parakeet actually lived 20 years.
It's a special bird.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same as Buddy Boy too. Same color, same shape, same everything. He's just lived up to 20 years. The
I
only
see.
difference is that my pet parakeet's a little more quiet nowadays. He used to be a little more energetic, but because he's getting older and stuff, he's more quiet. He's more reserved. But every time he sees me playing, like on a controller and stuff,
Every
like
once in a time, it
yeah,
will just fly up to the.
yeah, he'll actually go on my controller and now he'll start nibbling on my thumbs. Like again, for those of you who watch my TikTok, you definitely seen Buddy pecking on my thumbs from time to time. So heck, Buddy Boy Fridays, right?
Mm,
That was a thing that I kept for such a long time on my TikTok. That and honestly, those are my favorite days to film because I absolutely love being with Buddy. So
let's see.
yeah, even now I still love being with him. Don't get me wrong, but I got responsibilities of taking care of the puppies too. So
Okay. Well, I just want to say that for me, on the whole cat thing, I can't say I hate them.
hmm
Well, of course, I'm more of a dog person because
yo,
I have been
you
around
technically own a
I've
bird
been
or
around,
bird, a dog.
yes, that, and I've been around dogs more than, of course, cats. But
hmm
uh, I don't know, for some reason with cats, like either them scratching or them biting. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just like
Would it depend? Because
I'm
like,
not
say if it was like a
scared.
male cat versus a female cat, would that differ, or
No,
would it still be the same?
I think it's just the same as like
Got it. Okay.
cats. I mean, like, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't say I hate cats, but I'm not afraid of them either. It's just that I don't know. I guess I don't trust them as much.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because I know that there are some people that are like that.
I know these cats are somewhat smart enough to know certain things,
Yeah.
and they know whether to if it whether if they want to do something good or bad.
It's up to them. Yeah, they're the ones that control. They, in my opinion, it's like the cats try to control what you do, but you control what the dogs do. So, I mean, you could technically still try to train a cat, but the
You
cat's just
can,
basically doing their own thing. So,
yeah, pretty much.
but at the same time,
I
too, as long as you show like
I know
love and
there's
affection, that's the
yeah
most important thing.
yeah probably start when they're like kittens.
Yeah, exactly.
Not if they're like somewhat full grown. They would know more.
hmm
So there's that. But of course, I'd say I'm more of a dog person.
That's fair. Yeah.
By the way, while we're on this topic of pets,
Yep.
I will say that in some pets that I do would like to that I would like to have in the future,
Oh,
I
I
would
was about to ask you that too. What
so
what would you pick?
I do like reptiles. Like
hmm
maybe I want like a bearded, well,
A bearded dragon?
yeah, a
Those
lizard,
would that would be
and
cool. I'm not
either
gonna
that
lie.
or I mean any like almost any kind of lizard. Well, not the poison ones, but like
Yeah. Would you like to
poisonous
own a
ones.
snake?
Um, to be questioned, but
Okay,
um, I wouldn't mind, but I don't know.
gotcha.
So it's either like lizards, a turtle. I definitely see like videos of like someone that has like tortoises,
hmm
or tortoises or turtles like going around, like having them crawl around and all that.
Yep.
It's like, oh, and I do like turtles. I do
Me
like turtles
too.
too.
Me too.
Well, technically, I do like reptiles.
In general, yeah,
So
that makes
so
sense.
lizards, turtles. Of course, I might want a dog in the future, like a what's it called, a Shih Tzu or
Oh,
something,
Shih Tzu? Yeah, so
something
like the
like that.
it's like a
One of
brown.
the behaved dogs,
Yeah.
more behaved, those kinds of dogs.
hmm
And then like I'd say the the rarest pet that I can ever want is probably a sloth.
A sloth.
I would
Oh yeah, I was about to ask you about exotic pets too.
if I had like a lot of money for that,
hmm
I would like to have its own room with like I would try to decorate it as if it was like some branches where it can climb up
Yeah,
and around the room and just well, of course it has to be at a certain temperature and all
yeah.
that stuff. Be careful of its temperature, of course.
hmm
But yeah, I would love to have a sloth around.
That'd be sick,
It would be
honestly.
cool. Such a cool exotic pet. But yeah,
So if it's like a standard normal pet, you probably want a reptile mostly. But if it's exotic
a
pet, it would be a sloth.
reptile, a dog, maybe an exotic fish. I don't know. Maybe
You get Nemo.
no, no. Not.
Then
We'll
again,
have some random.
clownfish are hard to take care of.
They are the fact that they can change genders. They're one of the fish that can.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's scary.
it's weird. It's like you can name it a guy, you name it, give a guy's name, it turns into a female. It's like,
That's crazy to think about.
excuse me,
It's scary.
behave.
It's weird too, but I don't know. It just depends.
So yeah, those are some pets that I wish or would like to have
Mm-hmm.
in the future. Is it definitely gonna happen? I
Maybe.
don't. Maybe not. I don't know. That's just something I would want. So, what about you? Any kind of future? Any pets that you might
I actually do
or
like
wish would like to have in the future?
I actually do like animals a lot. Well, not to the point where it's like I'm an animal lover, but like pet owner.
Gotta catch them all.
I'm not like in Pokemon where I'm trying to like get every single pet in the world, but
I want that one.
I want that dog, I want that dog, I want that cat, I want that cat, I want that bird, I want that fish, I want everything you have in the store. No, adopt, don't shop. So, if I were to okay, so I'm gonna start with like regular pets, and then I'm gonna go with exotic pets. So if I were to start with regular pets, I do want to own like a turtle one day. That would be really cool. If not, surprisingly, I sort of want to own a tarantula.
Ah,
I
those.
I know it sounds weird, but
No,
yeah,
it's not weird. Tarantulas are pets.
no, I because like there's just something about them that seems so intriguing to me, and it's if not a tarantula, like do you know what a jumping spider is?
Of course, I know what
Yeah,
they
like
are.
the
Those
little baby
those
ones that have like
those little spiders that like
the really cute eyes.
they it's cute. Not only that, like they're very like how would I say sensitive. They're
Yeah.
like as you try to slowly move them, they're like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Those I really
quickly.
want to own one of those. Those are really adorable. Like
Yeah,
I
they look very nice. Honestly, I wouldn't mind either. Of course,
mhm,
gotta take care of them. Would have to know more about them and all that. Oh,
exactly.
I would love to try and build like its own like a own terrain kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Those
sort of
are
like what
very
I want to
fun.
do. Yeah, with the spider in its habitat too. Maybe not like of course like it has the entire room, but like
No,
has like its
just for
own
that
little
little
space.
spider.
Yeah, has its own like little space, big enough for him or her to like roam around and like explore and everything too.
Yes.
If not for like those animals, if I were to get another dog, I would definitely want to get a beagle.
Ah,
It's just
those
something about beagles that I
friendly
just
little dogs.
yeah, they're adorable. I really like them. And then when I and back in when I lived in my old house back when I was like 8 or 9, I knew like one of my other neighbors owned a beagle and it was really adorable. The funny thing about it too is that their beagle was like really fluffy and really
Really
not I
fluffy
wouldn't say fluffy but really obese.
a chungus.
It was so
They're a
funny
chunky
looking
little
at him.
one.
Yeah, but nah, I just like the design of a beagle
I
in
see.
general. So,
Yeah.
if it's not a beagle, if it's a bird, I want to own a cockatoo.
For something for a buddy to get along with.
Exactly. I mean, if it gets along with Buddy really well, that'd be really
Do you
cool.
want one of those talking birds?
Yes, if you could train a cockatoo well, they could mimic whatever you say as well. And not only that, depending on how well you raise them, they could live up to 70 years.
70.
70, yeah. Compared to these
Holy
birds,
cow.
because these birds are smaller, the bigger the bird, the longer they live for.
Interesting.
So, like, say if you get like I think an African gray parrot is like one of the more exotic pet birds you could own, but they live a long time. I think. Don't
I think.
don't quote me on that, but I believe they live a long time. But I know cockatoos for sure live a really long time.
Okay. Okay.
But the bigger the bird, the noisier the bird. So that's
The
another thing
noise
too.
or the bird.
Yeah. So imagine Buddy, but times 5.
I see.
Imagine,
Although I will say one bird that I would like to have would like a magpie. Like
a
those
magpie.
guys,
Oh,
those
nice.
birds, they can listen to command. You can train them enough to like give them some commands and all that.
Yeah.
They're smart birds,
They are.
like
They're really cool
smart
too.
birds, and I know that they're actually sociable to the point where it's like
Uh-oh.
Like, why are you trying to fly away?
She flew away. No, she's flying back. There we go.
I know that like they're social enough to like if like let's say a bird passed away on the ground, like they would actually like fly near and like mourn for them.
Oh yeah, I heard
That's
about that. That's
so
actually pretty
they're
cool.
interesting, an interesting bird that I would want.
Speaking of that too, like switching to my exotic pets too. One exotic pet, I've actually seen YouTubers own these type of pets too, and I really want one for myself one day.
Meerkat.
Yeah, no,
Wait,
not a
really?
meerkat.
Oh.
No, it's still a bird.
Oh.
It's an owl.
Oh yeah. Oh, those
Yeah,
ones
I want to
kinda
own
good.
an owl. That'd be pretty cool, honestly. Like, I think it's called a
We'll name
barn
it
owl.
Mume.
Yeah, yeah, mume,
We'll name it
basically.
Mume. But
Yeah,
if it's a guy, what owl does
moomer. I don't know.
Moomer?
Boomer.
Boomer. Oh gosh.
No,
see.
no, no, not naming my owl Boomer. That's so weird. Yeah, I've seen like Japanese YouTubers actually like own and raise their own pet owls, and they're actually really cool. They actually obey the commands of the owners too, and it's really cool. Like see them
Interesting.
play around with the actual owner too. It's really amazing.
I see. Interesting.
If not that, exotic animals, oh my gosh, I could list so many of them. Like two of them that I really want to own are tigers and pandas.
Really expensive to the point where I don't actually can you actually own them? I don't know.
I don't think you can. I know for technically when it comes to a panda, they're literally owned by like Chinese government or not. I want to say government, but like China in general. So like literally
Are they
everywhere we see,
endangered?
yeah, everywhere you
mean-
see panda, it's owned by China. Or at least that's what
course.
I learned.
Panda Express. I see. But yeah, that's the most exotic you can ever wish
Yeah.
to have.
Again, I could like list off so many
Right,
more,
and
but I'd
then-
rather not. So I'm not like
Ew.
prolonging this.
Panda and tiger,
Mm-hmm.
like the white tiger kind of thing.
No, like a regular Bengal
Just
tiger,
okay. Okay.
orange and black tiger, basically.
Okay, you do realize how big they will get.
Yes,
You don't
and how
have to have
ferocious they'll
such a
be.
massive habitat for them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If you own big land,
Yeah, that's the
then
thing.
that's
And as long as they're like able to adapt to the
try to
environment.
get like a pet panda or pet tiger in a city. that is not gonna.
No,
that's
that
not
won't
gonna-
fly. But then again, I heard about like a story about like a person owning a pet alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they were able to like go around the city and the countryside and whatsoever.
It was well trained.
Yeah, that's really cool, honestly.
It's interesting. Do I want to? I wouldn't say no.
It depends. Because I know for like some animals, like you can't, I mean, you can raise them as like exotic pets, but they're more for like the wild. Like, for example, monkeys.
Yeah, never. Especially chimpanzees. Those
Yeah.
ones, they can be they're quite dangerous.
Yeah, I've heard stories about
Of
that.
course. Yes.
Yeah, scary stuff. I mean, you could research it online, but yeah, there are stories that actually happen in regards to like people owning like monkeys and
Chimpanzees,
chimps.
Monkeys.
Yeah, but when the chimp grows up, yeah, let's just say that
Bro,
that
you-
gets misbehaved.
they when they get to a certain point, they're definitely gonna be stronger than you.
Exactly.
So, would you really want that around?
I'd rather not.
No.
But then again, it's the same time too. Like I know I've seen like documentaries about like
Yeah.
tigers as well. Like especially if you want to raise a tiger, especially if you're trying to make the tiger grow up into like adulthood. Good luck, because man, they're super energetic and oh my gosh, like they need like all the space they need.
Yes, definitely. So, yeah, those are some very interesting pets. Very interesting pets that
Yeah.
we've had, and some pets that we wish to have, and all that. Yeah, just have those little companions around the house.
But out of all the pets that we have, do you guys also have any pets as well?
Is there a certain kind of pet that you wish to have? I don't know. I see some people that have like meerkats and
Yeah. Ex-
reptiles.
Weird exotic pets too, yeah. But even from nostalgia,
And the
maybe like
ant-
you guys have like pet horses, maybe a pet cows,
As
maybe.
if you own a farm.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe
own a farm,
or
a
maybe
ranch.
maybe one way or another, maybe you could be like Pecora and own a monkey.
Oh, that's right. She does own.
Yeah, we saw that
Pecora
Pecora
is a
has a
whole
monkey.
life member.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
has a pet monkey. I forgot about that. I was like,
That's crazy.
interesting.
And again, Pecora in general is
You
a
could
rabbit.
get
Pecora in general is a rabbit, and I
a
definitely
rabbit
know a
with a
couple of
monkey.
friends of mine who actually own rabbits. So that'd be actually interesting to own too.
Hmm.
But yeah, so
So,
what do you guys think? Do you guys also wish to have like these type of exotic pets that we have too, or do you
do you
have your own
want
preferences?
an entirely different pet? You could have, I mean, besides reptiles and these furries, you could have other than birds. There's
Amphibians,
insects.
other fish. Yeah, insects too.
Insects, yes. Those ones, oof. And then the
Not for me.
more exotic animals.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
anyways, yeah, those are.
But yeah, so yeah, this I think we should. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up here for today. So, thank you again for joining us, and keep an eye out for like future projects that we're gonna be having for this
Projects,
channel.
videos, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully in my next video I'm gonna be doing a box opening. Otherwise, if not, I got another project that I'm working for like my solo content. Unless if Caspen wants to join
Oh.
along and help me out with this. I didn't discuss it with him yet, so I'm excited.
Or I release my own my solo
Exactly.
content.
And then you guys will get a chance to go with him and learn about his stuff.
Learn, maybe, maybe not.
But yeah, so thank you
So,
again for joining us. So on behalf of me, Caspen,
Buddy,
Boy, and then Louis right here, and then like all the other pets we have up here on the shelves.
your pet train, your pet ponies,
My pet Zombie,
your pet cars,
my pet Phoenix,
pet Mario.
my pet Miku,
Yeah.
my pet Arthur, my pet Barney, the dinosaur.
Oh yes, you have a pet dinosaur.
But yeah,
Pet Nogla. wherever he is.
oh, he's right here. He's right here. My pet anime girls, my pet
Hello?
waifus.
Yeah. So,
But yeah,
anyways,
thank you guys for joining us. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Peace. I can't wait.
fly.
There we go. Bye. Peace. There we go.
Oh, this bird has fingers. What the hell?
Oh my gosh, dude.